Hey guys! Okay, so today is foundation day. So I'm assuming you've all looked at the skincare one, so you'll know by now that I have moisturised and primed, of course. And we're going to go through the different types of foundation that you need to do. So the cream foundation, the pressed powder foundation, the touch mineral foundation, and the BB cream. They all provide different levels of coverage. They're all good for different types of skin, so some might be better at different times of the year depending on what your skin is doing. I find that mine is oilier at times and drier at times, so I have to use different combinations. And you'll all know that we've had so much success with the Touch Mineral Foundation. It's just flying off the shelves and we can't keep it in stock enough. I have a little sneaky tip for those of you who would like the same sort of coverage but without needing Touch Mineral Foundation. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, so we're going to start with this little beauty, the cream foundation. Now, I don't tend to use cream foundations just because my skin is actually quite oily, but I have this in my kit just to show people. It's well loved, I should say, because I've used it to show several people. So you think, oh look, I get me recurring. It is quite a dark colour, so you should be able to see it quite easily on me. I do tend to use the pad for this one, but you can see how it goes on really smooth. I mean, it's not the colour for me, which is why it looks a bit orangey on me, but it goes on and you can see it's just covering all that red, all those bags, and you can see from one bit of one swirl, I'm getting quite a lot of coverage. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So that's the cream foundation. Very good for dry skin because it is very creamy. It's very velvety. Not so great for my skin. Trusty Shine White. Just because I really have quite oily skin in places, so you can see up here it's all quite shiny. It does make it easy when I'm doing my contouring because it's easy to see the light is bouncing off my face, which is nice. Okay, so I think we've got all of that lovely colour off. So I shouldn't look quite so orange to you, which is nice. Okay, so I will just quickly re-prime, just to make sure that I don't run out of stuff with that. So yeah, the cream one is very good if you have very dry skin. Not so great if you have oily skin. It's not one of my personal preferences. This light is quite yellow, so I will look a bit yellowy. Sorry about that, there's not a lot I can do about this yellow light. Right, so we've re-primed. There we go. Okay. Now, this one's going to be good. Right. So, first things first, we're doing pressed powder. You can see I used it a lot on this side of my face. So, using the powder puff brush, swirl it and start to put it on like so. And can you see the difference between the two sides of my face? You should be able to see it really well on the forehead, and that's just from one quick swirl. I do tend to do a couple of swirls just because, especially last night with having a small baby, and you don't get much sleep. It also provides a really nice colour on your eyelids, so if you don't know where eye makeup, I find that this actually looks quite good. It offsets the 3D really well. Okay, like so. Can you see the difference? I come in close. Not too bad, eh? Not too shabby. Right. Next up, on this side of the face, Touch Mineral Foundation. This is our new one that, like I said, we just physically can't keep in stock. We have back orders for back orders, the list is enormous. So if you want yours, you need to order it quick. Right, just because I'm doing one side of the face, I'm going to do 2 drops. Like that. Yeah, 1, 2, and then just swirl. There we go. see, it gives also great coverage. And this, my lips a little bit. It looks amazing. And it is facial bottle, but you can see you get good coverage from both sides. And none left on your brush. How amazing is that? Always use your powder brush with this stuff. Always. I was using my foundation brush. This is what I did earlier. I cleaned my foundation brush. Can you see how much foundation came off on my foundation brush? Isn't that ridiculous? And yet, nothing on this. Okay, now you can see that this does provide slightly better coverage than the powder. This is the other trick. Now, I'm going to take the powder, I'm going to come to this in a minute, but BB cream. BB cream is amazing. This one, it's really light, it's good for highlighting, good for contouring. So the contouring kit is 2 BB creams and some blending buds. It's incredibly light, so if you don't like wearing foundation, especially like in summer, this has got it all. It's got moisturiser, it's got primer, and it's got colour all in one. Now, you can see this has got better coverage than this. Yeah? Watch. BB cream, foundation brush. I put a little bit on. Now this is quite a light one. But oh my goodness, look at that. Look. I didn't have very much on either. And look, see? How cool is that trick? You wind up with the same, if not better coverage, I think personally. Done with the Touch foundation. Worth knowing. So, who wants some? BB cream, pressed powder. It's the way forward. And yeah, BB cream just goes on. I would always use it with a foundation brush. Saves getting on your hands. And it also helps it go further. You saw how much I used, barely any. And it's done a whole one side of my face. So it'll go a lot further when you use a brush. Make sure it's a good quality brush. You don't want a cheap brush. Always invest in your tools. Okay, so those are our 4. The cream foundation, the pressed powder foundation, the Touch Mineral, and the BB cream. I hope you've enjoyed looking at those. And if there's anything that catches your fancy, let me know. If you've got any questions about any of them, applying any of them, I know some of you have. I know a few of you have several of them. Drop me a message. Feel free to PM me or get in touch, and I'll happily answer your questions. Right, have a great day, guys. Bye.